Hi everyone, Velvet here, and I have some stories for you today. But before we get started, can you please do me a huge favor and like, comment, and subscribe? It'll help the channel out and it'll get you more videos like this. Let's get to it. And our first one comes from JP Nendam. Am I in the wrong for ending things with my girlfriend without letting her explain? I, a male, 23, have been dating my girlfriend, female, 23, for a year. She cheated a few months in by downloading a dating app and going on dates with two different guys. Oh man, we should be able to wrap this story up right here. There, done. But there's still a lot more story. I chose to forgive her because she seemed genuinely sorry and told me it wouldn't happen again. Oh, yeah. Fast forward a few months later, I caught her re-downloading a dating app, and this time she said it was because she didn't feel the spark anymore. Okay, done, right there. Should have told her right there, done. And she added on by saying she wanted to see if the spark was present when talking to other guys, so that she can identify if our texts are becoming drier. I initially wanted to break up, but she came up with a suggestion of a situationship, where we'd be allowed to talk to other people, and if we still think we're more suited for each other, we can patch things up. Essentially, it's a break. Okay, I'm gonna step in here. If anyone suggests a break in the relationship, it's done, but back to it. I knew I wouldn't be talking to anyone new, honestly. I don't know why I agreed to that, but that's what's done, and it's already done. So yesterday, she told me she was going to a club alone because she never experienced it before and wanted to know what it was like. We were just texting as usual, and she suddenly went AFK from the chat around 1:15 a.m. I sent a follow-up question around 2:45 a.m., and she told me she was on the way home. I called her at 3 a.m., and she told me she was home, but before she hung up, I heard a guy's voice at the back. I immediately called her, and she suddenly said she was close to home, and that he was driving her back along with his friends. Uh-oh. Before hanging up, I tried calling her back again, but she didn't want to pick up until she updated me to this morning. She said when I called her at 3 a.m., the guy just reached the main entrance of her condominium and she was about to leave his car. That's why I still heard his voice. Now I know what you're thinking. I agreed to this break, where we were allowed to meet new people, but I just felt sick to the stomach that she was potentially having sex with that dude and giving me a bunch of excuses. I sent her a text afterwards, telling her that I don't think I can trust her words anymore, and even though I agreed to this break, I just don't wish to continue living like this anymore. I ended it off by saying I genuinely love her, but I don't think things would ever work out. I don't think things would ever work out between us. Now I'm thinking if I was wrong for ending things so abruptly without letting her explain, instead of meeting in person and talking things out. Please advise. No, OP, you don't owe her anything. She was extremely disrespectful to you, and she just wants to keep you on the back burner as her, safety net if she goes out there and meets those guys, gets them, and they don't get with her because they won't. They just see her as a fling, something to have fun with. Then she'll come crawling back to you, not even crawling, she'll come walking back in, acting like she's done nothing wrong to you, not seeing the damage she's doing to you. And I'm sorry, there's no way she didn't have, intercourse with that guy. There's just no way. She did, and LP, I think you handled it the right way because it seems like she's able to steamroll you and just do whatever she wants to you because she made all those decisions and you just went along with it. So I think if you had met her and give her a chance to explain herself, aka make up lies and try to manipulate you, she would just do that and you would say yes and you'd be stuck with her again and she would just keep doing it and doing it. It's easier to do it once she's done it once and she's done it. She will keep doing it to you, OP, and she does not care about you. So I think you did it the only way you could, by just telling her no and then going no contact. Not giving her a chance to manipulate you or mess with your mind to take advantage of you again. So no, OP, you are not the beehole. Please protect yourself. There are better women out there, women who actually want to be with you and not try to do this I'm gonna go sleep with people, then come back to you and have everything be okay crap. And our next one is from FL Dude 11. Am I wrong for not wanting my wife to retire? My 52-year-old male, wife, 53-year-old female, and I have been married for almost 30 years. For the first 25 years of our marriage, my wife was a stay-at-home mom. I was fine with this because I felt it was important for her to be there, especially when the kids were younger. She took care of all the housework and had hot dinners waiting for me most nights. Sometimes I would get jealous seeing her and the kids asleep, especially in the summers, but never expressed those emotions. I usually woke up around 5 a.m. every morning, and if traffic was good, home by 5 p.m. It's what fathers do, and I'm considering myself fortunate to have a job and a family. When the pandemic hit, I started working from home. I could tell that this bothered my wife. She said I was essentially invading her space and free time even though I had a dedicated office. How are you doing that? You have your own office, and this is your home too. You're paying for it, OP. After 2 years of me working from home, and all the kids have gone off to college, she decided to get a job. I suspect that she felt bad seeing me work all day, while she was doing very little since the kids were gone. I told her if that's what she wanted to do, great, but don't feel like she has to. She has a degree and was lucky to find a professional job paying 50K a year, even though she hasn't worked for a long time. Yeah, that's really good. Just for additional context, I make 4 times than she does. Recently, my company has said all employees need to come back to the office full time. I'm fine with this and have been going in for several months. My wife is now wanting to quit her job as she doesn't really enjoy it. I get it. I told her that there's a certain amount of stress that comes from a new job and she'll get used to it. Or wait until you find a new job before quitting. Now that she has 2 years of experience, more opportunities will be open to her. She said she wants to retire. I told her I wasn't comfortable with this. Yes, it's contrary to what I said before she started working, but the extra money has made a big difference in our life by helping our kids pay for college, affording vacations, and saving for retirement. I set a goal to retire by 60, and I told her it would make me feel better if we could retire together. She said that she doesn't want to work until 60 and wants to retire now, while I continue working. Am I in the wrong? I would say no, you're not in the wrong. I think it's great to have more income coming in. Like you guys said, you can save and you can help your kids out. I get that, which makes her kind of the beehole or in the wrong to me because it sounds like she just doesn't want to be around you. When you're home, she says you're invading her space even though you're in your office, which is BS. You pay for the house too. You should be able to enjoy the house too and work from the house. So I don't know what her deal is. And then when you go, so she gets a job to get away from you. And then when you go back in, now she wants to quit the job and stay home? It sounds like she just doesn't want you in the home, OP. I don't know what her deal is, but you're not in the wrong. I think she should keep doing her job because that's what she wanted. She could have stayed home and you guys could have, and she could have kept doing what she was doing. So I would say you're not in the wrong just because she seems to be doing this just because she doesn't want to be around you, which I don't know. I need more information on that. But OP, from what I hear here, you're not in the wrong. And our final one is from Otherwise Tomorrow 283. Divorcing over a tattoo. My wife of 4 years ago got a tattoo recently with her best friend who has a very aggressive type of bone big C. She doesn't want to discuss it with me at all. Just did it while I was on a training mission. Came home Monday morning to her with his name tatted on her back with a Pokemon. I have not returned home since I saw it and have been sleeping in the barracks. I am honestly thinking of just filing a divorce. Am I wrong? Look, some people might say, oh, it's just a tattoo. First of all, it's on her neck, and it's the worst type of tattoo you can get. It's someone's name. You never get name tattoos. Never look good. I don't care how you zhuzh it up, and it's never good. And you just don't put a name. Yeah, he might not be here anymore, or he might recover. And then plus that's another man's name on her neck. When you're with your girl, you're gonna see another man's name on her neck with whatever Pokemon you chose, and that's not gonna make you feel good. That would make me feel like crap. Maybe she could have gotten away with just the Pokemon and like she knows what that means, but just names never work. Even your kids, I wouldn't get because, like I said, names look bad. They never look good. I don't care what kind of name tat you got. This is probably gonna get me some people hating me. Name tattoos are just so boring to me. But even your kids could turn against you. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, I got my kid who tried to do this horrible thing to me. Now I can't get him off of me. I got to go get a tattoo put over it. So even people who you think wouldn't do it don't get names, you know what I mean? Now, coming from the dating angle, some people might say this is extreme, but I probably would get a divorce if I was in your situation. Personally, I think tattoos are like the art of tattoos is amazing. It's crazy to see what these tattoos artists come up with. And as a canvas, I can never paint on because my hand shakes too much to do anything on skin. But I don't find tattoos attractive on anyone I'm interested in dating. I just don't. And if you have a tattoo, maybe if it's like a little small, like medical tattoos, I think they'll get tattoos for like a mole on the body for some reason. I forgot why. That's fine because that looks natural. But I just don't. I wouldn't date someone with a tattoo. I'm sorry if you got a tattoo, you know what I mean? But different strokes for different folks. And If it came up and the person I'm with got a tattoo, I probably would have told them, hey, a tattoo is a deal breaker for me. If they discussed it, if they didn't discuss it with me, that'd be an automatic no too, because that's a pretty big decision. Yeah, it's her body, she can do whatever she wants, but the consequences come with that action. And the consequences with me would be, yeah, I'd probably wrap things up unless she wants to go pay to get it removed, but that might be a waste of money. I don't know how expensive that is, but it just doesn't do anything for me. There is no getting around it for me. Mentally, it just no, it doesn't work for me. And judging from this story, OP, it seems like you're in the same boat. I would wrap things up because on top of getting the tattoo, which you are not attracted to, she didn't discuss this with you. This is something huge. And this is another man's name on her neck. She even put a tattoo somewhere people are able to see. I just don't get it. It sounds like she really loved him and doesn't really care for you if she's willing to tattoo his name on her like that. So OP, I'm gonna say you're not in the wrong, and yeah, I probably would be like, laser that crap off, or we're gonna be done here. And she probably won't want to laser it off, so I'd be done. But this is just me. Thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. And can you please do what I said in the beginning? And like, comment, and subscribe. It really and truly does help the channel out. It helps it grow, and it helps you get more videos like this. Velvet out.